I'm not going to say what's up YouTube or roll my flashy intro in this video. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be something a lot different. First of all, I don't care if you find this corny or cheesy. If you find being passionate about something corny or cheesy, I don't want you around me or my channel. I hope that I can inspire, show my viewers something new and interesting in every video, and this one means a lot more than just showing you some drills or explaining something about college soccer. Everyone has a passion for something, or is at least trying to find it. And when I say passion, I mean something you wouldn't hesitate to spend the rest of your life doing. Something that you wouldn't feel like you had to sacrifice your time to do. It shouldn't feel tough to give up other hobbies to do this instead if it is your passion. For me, this is soccer. For you, it might be teaching, making music, or building a business. I've never felt like I'm missing out on something else when I'm playing soccer. And I love everything that comes with it, whether that's lifting weights, having to eat right, recovering right so I can play my best, going to practices. None of it has ever felt like a sacrifice. It feels like a privilege to do those things. And my biggest goal and dream in life is to be a professional soccer player. Something I've come to realize is that when we're young, we tend to have bigger dreams and we visualize ourselves achieving it. When we get older, we still wonder like this, but we often quickly turn to something negative or remind ourselves to be realistic or doubt our own ability to achieve that dream. I notice that when people ask me what I want to do with my life or what I want to do once I graduate, I've told them I want to be a strength and conditioning coach or a soccer coach. While that is something I want to do in life, my biggest goal is I want to play professional soccer. I've realized that the reason I haven't told people my biggest dream is because I've been scared they'll tell me to be realistic or that they'll make my dreams seem silly because I'm only a D3 soccer player. I haven't wanted to hear the negative things people will say to me or hear that they doubt my ability to achieve my goals and dreams. But in doing this, I've only lied to them as well as myself. If you know exactly what you want to do in life and you're working towards it every day, where is the shame in that? If other people are already putting you down when you talk about your dream, why would you put yourself down too? Now, a lot of people that might tell you to be realistic or play it safe, meaning ignore your dream and get a good paying, boring job, are probably trying to look out for you and they just don't want you to fail. However, I believe there's something much worse than failure that will haunt you your whole life. It is the question, what if? It's better to have tried and failed than to have never tried and live your life wondering what could have happened. When you fail, you can always get back up and try again, but if you don't take the chance you're given, you'll live your life with a huge regret. You can't be afraid to fail because failure is the greatest learning opportunity. Something else I don't believe in is making backup plans. When you make a backup plan, you're literally telling yourself you don't believe you have what it takes to achieve your dream. When people ask me, what if that doesn't work out? I tell them I'll make it work out. One of my favorite speeches is by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he talks about this. He said he's never had a plan B in life, only a plan A. He explains this by saying whatever time, energy, or thoughts you put into your plan B are immediately taken away from your plan A. So your plan A won't work. Tony Robbins also had something great to say about this. He said that if you want to make it to the island, burn your boat, because when people can either die or succeed, they tend to succeed. Now, before I use these examples, I want to make it clear I'm not using these to brag or be cocky. They're simply encouraging reminders to me that I can beat the odds. And with that being said, I took a 4-year break from club soccer, and I didn't start playing again until my junior year. A year and 8 months after I made that decision, I signed my letter of intent to play soccer here at Shriner University. There are many, many club players that have played their whole life and never got a chance to play college soccer. I'm only the 3rd player in my high school's history to sign to play college soccer, and my high school went 0-12 my senior year. And in my city of about 150,000 people, there is less than 5 players in my recruiting class that signed to play college soccer. At the start of my freshman season here, which was this fall, I was a backup center back, and I also played for the reserve team as well. My goal since preseason was to start 6 or more games. The first few games, I got no playing time. Eventually, I started getting about 30 to 45 minutes a game. One day, our coach had all of the players pick what their starting roster would look like. He announced at practice in front of the team your name, position, and how many people picked you to start at your position. Only one person chose me, and it was myself. Less than 2 weeks from that day, I earned my starting spot for the rest of the year. I remember my dad was coming down one weekend, and I made it my goal to start and win both games that weekend. The last game before my dad came to watch me play was my first collegiate start, and it was our best one of the season. And after that, I started every game but one. With that being said, I did not play near as good as I should have. I gave up way too many goals, and the only thing I really had to be proud of was that I was a starter. The problem was, my goal wasn't big enough. I started almost twice as many games as my goal was, and I hadn't set any bigger goals to reach. Now before I say this, I want to make it clear my club coach was a great coach. He taught me a lot about the sport, and he gave me lots of advice during my recruiting process. One day after I had committed and signed, he told me that my freshman year I shouldn't expect to get much playing time, and that I shouldn't be discouraged by that. He said that my sophomore year I'd probably get more playing time and have a bigger role in the team, and my junior and senior years were when I could really step up and be a leader and be one of the better players on the team. He did also say that he wasn't worried about me though, because I had a good work ethic and I am willing to learn. I listened to everything he had to say, and I simply told him my goal was to be a starter my freshman year. At the time this seemed far-fetched to me and my coach, yet it still wasn't big enough of a goal. If there's one thing I'd want you to take away from this video, it's this. Don't just set your goals in life to be what's realistic or achievable. You only live once, so why don't more of us act like it? Nobody's opinion can ultimately decide where you end up in life unless you let it. There's no such thing as a dream too big.